thought you guys might want to see me paint up one of these masks. You know, since I make them, might be interesting to see me do a live paint up. I apologize in advance for the noise in the background. That's my airbrush machine. So that cannot be helped. But the first thing I want to do is show you guys what I do with these teeth. Now, see, I've got these teeth right here. And these are professional teeth, but they're not quite big enough, I don't think. Take them out of the packet and see. I make molds of these sometimes. These teeth, I'll take one of these front teeth here and put them in and see how it looks. It might not be big enough. It looks small. I know I can use some of the molars, so I'll take one of those out. The thing is these are not full indented teeth. Put that down. They're real teeth, but they're cut in the back. You can see cut in the back. You can see that. They have like a. Put that down. They're real teeth, but they're that. They have like a. And I can put that down in the mask when I make a hole. I can actually put it down inside of it, like that. And it shows up like a regular molar, but I have to make a hole inside the thing first. So let me do that real quick. And I have a little tool, a Dremel, and of course I have to take my pliers and take this cap off. This is the brush that I use to soften up the latex and take all the Dremel lines out. So I'll put that aside. I'm going to get my punching Dremel, which is over here somewhere. And I'm going to put that in. Let me see if I can find there's a whole bit right there, but that's not a Dremel bit. I might be able to do it with a pair of scissors. Let's see if I can just do that with scissors. Just need a hole big enough to make that cap go down in there. I don't want it to disappear all the way in there. I just want to drop that little indented piece in there. And if I can push that in there, I can put super glue on top of it, and it will fit in there like a regular tooth, and that's exactly what I want right there. Might have to turn it around. Hopefully I can do that without it doing anything bad. Yeah, it seems to fit better the other way around. Maybe put it, yeah, so there's another one. I've got these indented areas where I put the teeth in there. But usually I have the holes drilled out because other ones that I use are full size. And these are half size. So I'm just trying a new set of teeth on a new mask to see how they fit and see how they look. And they will come out looking like real teeth, but how they fit is also another matter. F1s, looks like it fits really well for the F1. So I'm going to place this one on the upper side here. And need a little super glue. I want to do this real quick. I'm going to get my super glue right here. Where's my super glue? No, I've got it here somewhere. It's here. That's the only bad thing about my shop. Put stuff down and I can't find it when I need it later. Oh, there it is, just hiding under the bag right there. Uh-oh. So I take the super glue, just drop the tooth. Thankfully I can see it, I can get it, and I'll pick it up. Okay, here we go. I'll just take this, turn it sideways, put a dab of super glue behind this cap, right there, on the mask, right there, and I'll put this tooth right up in there. And there's one tooth placed. One down, five to go. I hope these are the right size for all the places I gotta put them. So we'll test fit each tooth before we put it in there. Make sure it's gonna show up. It's gonna show up well. Because see, the way I sculpted this, I made it where there would be skin covering over the tooth. So it has to look as natural as possible. Right there with the tooth, and it has a skin flap covering it. So there we go, we got another one. We can put, God damn it, if I can hang on to this shit. There it is. Nope, that's not it. Fuck, I did get another one. Whole thing is when I drop things in here, sometimes they go missing until I can find them. And I usually find them later. Like here's the scalpel design. I really don't want to dig me up new teeth, but that's all I can do. And I'm going to get it right here. Somewhere. Yeah, it falls on the floor. Sometimes it's lost. There's just clutter on the floor too. And pull off another one. Make sure I can put that in there too. Let's see if we can fit this on the bottom. If we can fit it in the bottom, it'll work as well. That's what I'd like to do. Find one that fits in this mold as well as these others do. But it's got to fit flat down. It can't be sideways, it can't sit. It's got to fit flat down. So, I may have to go to my other teeth for that. But I'll work on sideways. Put a little dab of glue up here. And we will get the same fit sideways. Like so. There we go. Another one. Thing is, I don't have enough molars for this. These molars are so small, so I have to go to the other ones and use my other ones for this. Got these smaller ones, and I'll stand up a little bit better, maybe bigger. We'll find out. Position without losing it. That one will sit in there, but it doesn't quite fit perfectly. I'll see how well it fits up here. It doesn't. It's probably too small for that one. I may have to put it in the back. Yeah. It does fit in the back. Oh, there, we're going to go in there and then set this tooth in there where it stands up at the same time. That way it's not looking sideways. There we go. And let's get my bigger ones. I may have another bigger one here, so I can fit right here. Or maybe not. Let's put that one down in here. Yep, that one does fit. So we'll do a little dab of super glue in there. And we will put this on here. I appreciate your follows and likes and flowers and all that stuff. I'll get that out of the way first and just thank you for those gifts and stuff. I'm not new to this, but I am trying to do these in accordance with what I do. So there we go, there's another two. So we've got like two teeth on the straight and narrow. Now I'm hoping I don't have to go to my old teeth, but I think I will eventually. Because these are real tiny and they don't quite fit unless this one is fitting in the front. And I think it does. Yes, it does. It does fit right in the front. But it's got to sit upwards. And that's the hard thing about placing these things. Get something here to get this out. So it's the placement of the angle on a spot where they look like they're real teeth sitting up above the gums. And this one wants to sit crooked, so I can move it over a little bit. But it's in there. So I just have to find one tooth that's big enough I can find that one on the floor. There you go, it's got real teeth in there. Now they're small. Now these ones that I do on the front, I'm going to size these up and see if these are big enough. Right here. And they are. They are indeed. So I'm going to put this one here with a little glue. I can do this without losing it. And then we've got another big tooth that goes over on that side. I'm going to mow up here and mow up from that one. Yeah. That will fit. God dang it. Dropped it and gotta find it. That one lays in there. So now he has a full set of molars, top and bottom. We've got to find a good tooth to put in there. Plus the bottoms. I want to find one right here. Let me take a look at this photo. I've got a photo of him up there somewhere. Right here. That's what I usually go by. He's got one tooth right there. And then he's got another one that's right over here that's smaller. Not bigger. And then we got the bottom tooth, which is kind of like a regular one on this side. He's also got one back here It kind of comes over to the side underneath the flap. But I got a hole punch out. Let me do that one real quick. Kind of hole punch that. Stretch it out a little bit. We'll see how that looks when we fill it up in there. If we can get it in there. Yep. Then I'll try to see if we can get this fit in here. There's a hole right here. Comes off to the side. There's got 3 teeth up in the top. Let's see if I can find smaller ones. Smaller ones usually work better. They're flatter, but they work better. There we go. Don't fucking drop the shit. God damn it. Keep dropping these motherfuckers, you're gonna lose them. Jesus. Tiny ass fucking teeth that can't fucking lose shit. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Dark in here, I can't see the floor. Oh well, to the next one. Son of a bitch. Shit. Kind of hole, but I'm going to need a little bit more glue behind it. There we go. Finally get one in there. And I got a hole punch down here for a couple. And I got a hole punch down here for a couple. Get out. I think I've got these big ones in here. See, it's got uppers and lowers. And some of them are so damn small, they don't even look like they fit in there. Don't you drop that, you dumb son of a bitch. That's me talking to myself. Calling myself a dumb son of a bitch because I dropped the cheek. Got a little on the face down there. big one there. I think it sits back in the mouth a little bit. I know I said I was supposed to do a silicone version of this. I haven't quite got to that yet. Apologize for that part. But nonetheless, you know, that's coming. Yeah, that's coming. Got that one, just got that one. We need one right there. And then get a good one for the front tooth, and I'll probably use one of these bottom teeth and put it in there. If I don't drop the damn thing. It's like I need tweezers and shit sometimes to work on this. I'll get that back to put in there. Some bitch. I'll get it placed right there. Where it to be. Right there. I've got two on the bottom, and you've got a little tiny one that sticks out over here. So we gotta get that little tiny one that you barely see in there. Don't have a little tiny one, I think. But teeth placements in there on the gum side. Now you can start painting them. And put these teeth up. And I'll get this airbrush started. And we will go over the coloring. And I'll do a base coat on this. That will be a diseased umber. Okay. So get this diseased umber and make sure our brush is cleaned out. Channel is good and clear. And we'll pour a little diseased umber in here. Make sure we get spray. Make sure my nozzle's not clogged. It probably is. That's fairly quick because there's really only two colors. There we go. So we start out spraying in my base coat of umber. Get that all over. Get that under there. I'll do the whole thing. I'll show you why in a minute. Cover the bone and everything. Make sure I grab the right color. I'll do a light gray lumber over. I'm not doing a dark thing. It's a light gray. Reason being, I come back in with a charcoal behind it. It darkens up the umber and it blends in a blackish color on it. And it brings out the highlights and makes them pop. Just a little bit darker on there. There are some artists that start out with a black base and build up from that, but I'm not one for that because it doesn't look blended and natural. I have a different technique in how I like to do mine because they look blended and natural when you can make the colors mesh together instead of just base coating one and then the other. I'll show you that effect here in a second. Now we'll take our charcoal color here, which is called smoke black. These are all Creatix colors, by the way. Pretty much everything I do is Creatix airbrush colors. And I got to put my lid on the glue before it dries out. Otherwise I'll lose another tube of glue. And I don't want to that because this stuff is expensive. It's more than $1 at the dollar store. Like $3 for a tube of glue. Go up in all my details. kind of go over it where the lines and the details come out in the top. If I want to go darker in some areas, I can do that. Get on his nose. All that blacked out. On the side. What it does is it darkens the brown on there, at the same time putting a little bit of a black shade over it. And it helps to bring the details up. So those details kind of stand out. Put a little bit of dark black on the bone too, and I'll show you how to get rid of that. I can also go back over this with a little bit of burnt umber as well. There's another trick too. You can actually, if you want to lighten it up, take a little white and you put it on there, then spray your other color on there over it. And I sporadically do this in kind of lines and squiggles to break up the pattern so it's not flat and it doesn't look cartoony and monotonous. If you want to go darker, you can. And go lighter. I like to try to have as much detail show up as I can. I was painting these in 3 different colors, but now I do 2. And it takes about an hour or so to do the whole thing. I have a cloud in my nozzle. Get a Q-tip. Oh my God. My wife got into these. Let's see how she did it. She didn't do it from the top, she cut it. Silly lady. It's a messy thing. You usually get alcohol for this. Dip the Q-tip in the alcohol. Get it wet. And it takes the paint right off the tip. Both my fingers. Clean that up so that way, wipe the paint off my hands. Blah, blah, blah. Get the nozzle back on the airbrush. By the way, boys and girls, this is a cheap $25 airbrush. It comes from Harbor Freight. 25 bucks. That's all you need. You don't need a $100 airbrush. You don't need a water or any of that. You can have $100 to $1,000 tool, and the thing that makes the airbrush is you have the skill with it. That's what makes it. happen. Not the price of the tool, it's how you use it. Now, if I'm not happy with the way it looks, put more brown on. Gotta clean this out first. What we gotta do a light spray of brown on them. Detail. Here's up some of these details to make them pop. Go back over them with brown. Bring that color up. A little bit more. Same thing on the back. I'll do a lighter thing of black or brown on the back, not dark. The back of the head wasn't really that dark. Sporadically to get that color to blend in. Other side of the head, just going to circle around, fill in those details without going too dark and too deep. Take that pattern out. And see how those wrinkles show up? Look on the chin. Gotta make sure I get all the way under his chin. That's one of the important parts. I have a bad habit sometimes of missing that. Skirt. Back in, up here, get those details at the top. And over here, just the circles. Take it up a little bit more. And up here, just take that pattern out. Now if it gets too dark, like I said, I could take some light white, not white, but like off-white, and spray it over him, and then spray the same umber brown on him. So I'll show you that real quick. But a lot of people like it the way it is. But that's, you know, you could do that. But here's what I'm going to do now. I get in here with a Q-tip and some alcohol. I wish my wife hadn't cut it like that, man. That's annoying. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta clean this out. I forgot to do the mouth. Now the mouth is kind of a pinkish white color. So I'll sit down for this one. So I got another one. This one's a little bit thicker. So I think that one's going to be a thinner one. Now, what I like to do for the mouth is I take a lipstick pink and I put it in here. Because going to spread the whole mouth, lipstick pink inside the mouth. Top and bottom all the way around. Right? So get the whole mouth sprayed lipstick pink. Teeth and everything. Now put this right back in there. And what I do, take alcohol and put water in it real quick. Oh, daggum, I just had that tube of water. What did I do with it? I can't see anything. I've got my alcohol here. Probably put my alcohol. Tube of water is up there. I'll just pour alcohol in here and let it settle. I'm going to dip the alcohol in here and just get it wet. I'll put that brush up so it can settle the alcohol, get that paint out of there. What I do with the brush is I will come along and pull that paint right off of there, off the teeth, so they show up white. Pull that paint right off of there. Sometimes I leave a little grunge on them so they can look dirty and nasty. But you just take alcohol and just pull the paint right off the teeth. I'll leave a little grunge on there. That way he's got dirty, nasty teethies. Okay. Now the bone part, what I'll do is take the same thing, alcohol, and I will wash the bone. And what that does is it leaves the paint on there, but it's swirling around, and it makes it look like a dirty bone color, which is the effect. I don't want a stark white color. I want a dirty bone color. So I won't pull all the paint off. I'll just swirl it around. I'll leave it in the details. And I just pull it back where you can see white on the top. But there's still some dirt and grit in the details. So that way it has a nasty, dirty look. Same thing for the lower lid. Let me see, he's got, see right here. He's got all this area here, up here, and you can see up close, it's got dirt and grit in there. So I pull all that off, and I leave the dirt and grit in there. Same thing for the lower area. Pull that back. On the front, and it shows up dirty and gritty, and then he's got a side area here where it's indented. That's part of the skull that shows up here. Pull that off. Now, sometimes what I like to do is I like to put a little dried blood in the cut, up here. So I will take a little bit of perma blood, which I also apply to the lips. Not the lips, I'm sorry, the gums. And I get a little brush and do that. Take a very fine tip brush right there. Camel hair. And I go to my old reliable plumber blade here. And I'll put that in there. Usually you have the cap with a little bit of blood in there. And even though this is going to take some of the paint off on the gums, it does give a bloody look to them where it looks like a natural thing. And it goes back to that white as well. So I can just put that in there in the gums a little bit and come along the side of his face and top of the teeth. And like I said, it'll pull some of that away, but it gives that natural kind of coagulated look where there's dried blood in there. And I'll put that back here, and I'll put that here. And then I usually go back and cut this part out because that's where people can breathe through the mask. Same thing for up here in the gums. And I'll just wash some blood on there. And it brings it back to the latex a little bit, but then there's that gummy, white, pink, off-colored look to it. And the same thing for the back of the mouth that gets cut just behind the teeth and down below here, so everybody has an open mouth. So then I'll just put that down in there. Just kind of go around it just a little bit. Then I come up here to the cut on the side of the head, and then I'll just wash some blood in there. Just a little bit. So you can see it, but it's not heavy. Not like when Jason Goes to Hell, and I put the blood in there, and it's kind of it's a dry wash thing, but it's a little bit heavier where you can see it. And I'll just put some dry blood right there, and just kind of blends in with the mask, and looks like aged blood on it. Where it got cut. Because believe it or not, in the movie, if you look real close, it does look like there's blood in and around the cut. And it's old. It took me a month to sculpt this thing. And I have the latex version, which is this, is what this is. I gotta put this stupid thing on to continue to live. Hang on, oh shoot, hang on. Stupid flip. Time I take my finger off, the stupid thing wants to fucking do this shit where, oh, you're going too live, we'll make sure you're still doing lives. That's the only thing I hate about TikTok. Always checking up on this shit. Okay, so we'll get this all the way around, and then I will do the same thing for the axe cut in the head. Now these can be bought as either displays, in which I can paint the eyes or put acrylic eyes. I haven't had any acrylic eyes made up yet. I have to print them out on my printer and put them in. I have to make them up. I do have a bunch of eye blanks, but I have to put the eye form. I've got them on my printer where I can print them out in a sheet and do that with them. Now go down the cut of the head to the axe wound. And I will do that just a little deeper and darker, just so it shows up a little bit better. And you can see this does not take a week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it is that some artists do. It only takes me hours to do. It takes me a day. If I have the latex, it takes me a day to pour these things and have them cured. And then it is from there about an hour or so to paint. I'll put a little bit of dry blood, just kind of smear it around here just to have that old coagulated look. Because if you're a Friday the 13th fan, you know Jason has healing abilities. He doesn't heal from wounds, but his skin and shit kind of regenerates a little bit. Starfish syndrome is what it's called. But only true Friday fans know that. I'm one of them. I haven't done a whole bunch of these. Like I haven't done every single one in the series. But I have done my 2 favorites. I'm about to work on my 3rd, which is part 3. Part 4, I've done 3. I haven't done 3 yet, but I've done 4, 7, and Jason Goes to Hell. So there he goes. He's pretty much finished. I'm going to be sculpting a part 3 in the near future. As soon as I can get commission out of the way and get one mailed off. I've got a commission mailed off too. Kind of looks similar, doesn't it? Pretty similar. Let me do this. I need to touch up his lip right here real quick, so I'm going to get back to that. This brush. Get this pink out of here. Ooh, I don't want to get him on the picture. Let me get the picture out of the way. Get a picture of brush and look at it. And get a little bit more of this disease number. Put that in here. Scalpel down so I don't cut myself. Make sure we're spraying out the right color. There we go. Another trick I like to do. On this nose, believe it or not, there is a small piece of bone right there. It pops out. Q-tip, alcohol. See if I can get that to show up. Just right there. Just a little bit of bone that pops out right there. Cartilage. Throw that away. Throw that away. Let me get a fresh Q-tip. Got 500 of these things. I don't know why I need to recycle any of them. Take just a tiny bit of alcohol. The next one I'll be doing live will be the Jason Goes to Hell, and I can show you the blank right here. It's one of the very few ones done with a take just a little tiny bit off the just a little bit right there. There we go. So he has a very small fraction of cartilage showing up. Now, before I seal this, I'm going to show you the Jason Goes to Hell. This is the Jason Goes to Hell mask embedded. Okay. This is one of two. I sculpted another one that's got the damage on the side of the head there. This is the pre-blown up. And this is also the Jason Goes to Hell head that I make the blown up maggoty fuck. And I basically just foam fill this, paint it, make a neck stump, bloody it up, cut the neck down a little bit. But this is also a wearable mask. Now what I do with these, just to show you this fits, I'll put it on. It fits. Easy on, easy off. No cuts required up the back. So that's another one to be done. That'll be the next paint live I do. So now we've done all this work. How do we seal it? Here's the magic trick. This is the magic trick. I haven't done anything with the eye yet. I'm going to open that eye a little bit because I'm not sure if this is going to be painted or not. But I will take that paint off the eye so I can paint it if that's what the customer wants. Or if they want it open to see out of it, I'll cut it out entirely. But just in case I have to paint it, I will pull the paint off. Just swirl it around, just kind of get it to where it's, because I painted a different color. So then he has an open eye, it's kind of blank, it's not painted, but it's blank enough to where if I go to paint it, it's got that murkiness in there as well. So there we go. Now we go to seal this thing. And this is my magic trick. I need to get another can of this. Black seal, clear. It's the only thing you need to seal your mask with. It's rubber in a can. So what we do to save our work, I foam them down, and it gives them a nice wet, nasty look. Seals all that paint work so it doesn't crack and peel. With Plastidip, I found in the past I've used it once and it cracked and peeled. So that's the bad thing about Plastidip. I don't like Plastidip personally. But there we go. He's finished and ready to go home to whoever wants him. But you gotta pay me first. Pay me. Pay me. Pay me monies. Because I'm not the free ship fairy. Okay? I love people, but I don't love them that damn much. And there we go. He's finished. He's done. Ready to go home. To give you a close-up look. All the way around. In the light, you can see the shadowing and the shading and the different colors blended in. There we go. And he'll sit up there and dry out a little bit. It dries fairly quickly. But that's it, boys and girls. That's all it takes. And there we go. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Thank you very much, Son of God. I appreciate that. God bless you too.